Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Lara and today I will be sharing with you some pros and cons of living in Japan. Now, about 2 years ago I made a similar video about pros and cons of living in Japan, and it has gotten a very great response, so I thought, why not update it, why not add some more thoughts I have on living in Japan. So without further ado, let's just jump right in. Don't forget to click the subscribe button and leave me a comment also down below later. Okay, so let's start with something positive first. So one pro of living in Japan is that transportation is very affordable and practical. So first, public transport is all around you. You have buses, trains, taxis, all kinds of like shared services, like shared cars or shared bicycles, something, so you can get around the city very easily even without owning a car. Now we do personally own a car for when we go for trips further, I don't know, out of the prefecture, but generally when we go somewhere in Osaka we don't really tend to use the car that much. Now, just to give you an example, when I go to work I take the train, I cycle to the station and then I take the train to work and then I walk. So even though I don't work every day, I work about 3 to 4 days a week, and that leaves me with a total cost of around 8,000 to 10,000 yen per month, which is somewhere in the range of $70 to $100 per month, which is kinda still affordable if you think about the distances and everything. Also, the city is so well designed that you can pretty much walk anywhere and cycle anywhere, except for on some places the cycle lanes are not very good, but they're still there, so you can get there where you want to be. Okay, so then number 2 is a con that I felt here living in Japan, and that is that the climate can actually cause you some health issues. I briefly touched upon this in my short video here, but I'll explain a bit more in detail. So Japan has a very wide range of climates depending on where you live. Really up in the north it's very cold, and you can even have like a tundra climate. Here I am kind of in central, a little bit south central Japan, so it is very moderate and with a warm, like mild winters and hot humid summers. And then you have the deep south, so Kyushu and Okinawa, where it is just tropical. We are kind of in a subtropical area, you could say. Now, I come from a country, Belgium, which is kind of wet, kind of cool all year round, and I'm not used to very hot temperatures, and this has led me to have some health issues actually, especially in summer. I just generally feel very sick, nauseous, and just not good overall. I get heat strokes very easily, very often during summer, so those are some things you might want to watch out for if you are not living at the moment in a hot climate like Japan. On the other hand, also in winters you can meet a bunch of health issues. I'm currently, you hear my voice is still raspy, I'm just healing from a cold still. Since Japan doesn't have central heating in most homes in the area where we live, houses can get quite cold, quite drafty in winter or in fall, and it's very easy to get exposed to many germs and for your immune system to weaken, so you can catch a cold or other diseases very easily. In my home country we have central heating everywhere, so I'm used to having a temperate controlled home in winter and fall, so where it's like nice and cozy, 20 degrees all the time. So yeah, I'm not used to that, and I get sick easily here in Japan. I'm a little bit spoiled, I know. Okay, then another pro of living in Japan is the healthcare. Healthcare is very well organized and also affordable. So I had a while back kind of a run-in with the healthcare system. When was that? At the end of August, I got very sick with a streptococcal infection. I even had to go to the hospital with an ambulance for the first time in my life. Now, I thought I would be paying like hundreds of dollars or even thousands of dollars for that stupid visit to the hospital and during the night, but it turns out everything, all of my costs for ambulance treatment I got there, IV medicine, and my kensa, so when they inspect me, I don't know the English word, all of that was below $100. So yeah, that was very great, you can see. It depends on your income how much you have to pay for health insurance, but generally it is very, very affordable. Okay, con number two. Con number two is that however long you've lived here in Japan, you might still feel like an outsider. Now, I don't mean this necessarily in a bad way. I personally have lived here now close to 4 years. In a couple months it will be 4 years, and even though I feel like I've integrated very well, I speak the language, I know the customs and the culture very well, I still feel like an outsider, and I don't think there's anything much I can do about that. Like, not to be I don't know, racist or anything, but I stick out. Obviously, I have another hair color, my skin color is different from Japanese people, and Japanese people will stare at you. They will treat you differently based upon that. Not necessarily in a bad way, but it's just you feel like an outsider even if you've lived here for a long time. And this will depend also on your home country. So if you are, for example, from China or from Korea or Malaysia or I don't know, an Asian country, you will blend in more easily naturally because you have more Asian features. Yeah, so generally the less Asian you look, the more you will stick out here. Okay, then pro number 3 I have for you is that Japan has a very interesting investment opportunity for you. There's some kind of government supported investment program called NISA and NISA Tsumitate. If you use that program, you can invest depending on the program up to 1.2 million yen per year, so about $10,000, $12,000 per year, and on the profits you won't have to pay any taxes. Now there is a little catch for the NISA program. You can only do this for 5 years, and for the NISA Tsumitate you can do this for 20 years, but also there's less risks, so less opportunity for lots of profit. Anyways, it's a nice program, and it definitely pays off to take a look at it and yeah, dive deeper into it, so check it out. Okay, and then my last con of living in Japan that I have for you guys today is high pressure. Now, what do I mean with this? Kind of like living in Japan, not necessarily if you're a foreigner living here. There you go. Became a bit bright suddenly. There is high pressure on all people here. As you know, Japan is a very organized, clean, and wow, we're getting bright again. Why is so bright? Very organized, highly efficient, clean and disciplined society. So that means that there are high expectations on what you do, what you don't do. For example, students will have high expectations when it comes to academic performance. So they have how do you say that, entrance exams for both for high school and for university. Okay, so not only that, but also they are expected to learn English, have also other extracurricular activities. So all in all, they have kind of a hard life, if you ask me. Because I personally feel like a Belgian education is very, very well organized. We have world-renowned universities, but we don't have an entrance exam, and we don't have to study until late at night every day when we're in high school. And we don't have in general that super high pressure. Sure, it is stressful, but nothing like here in Japan. Apart from that, also when you are working in Japan, you kind of are expected to be very good at your job, be very punctual. Well, okay, that's a given anyways, but like you're expected to do a really good job, be super polite, be super flexible, and yeah, just kind of devote your whole life to your work. Kind of. This is not to say every single job is like that here in Japan, but in general this is a kind of the tendency. Not only that, but for example, you have here a lot of how do you call that, housewives. Housewives are very common here in Japan still, because of the way society is organized. It's hard for women to give birth to children and to take care of the children and continue working in the future too. So there are many housewives. If you're a housewife, you're expected to make, like, I used to wake up super early and take care of all of the all of the things related to the house, take care of your children, make lunch, healthy breakfast, lunch, dinners for your kids and for your husband. So it can be quite stressful and demanding. If you compare that to many European countries, it is not that common to have housewives or housemen, how do you say, stay-at-home moms or stay-at-home dads. They are there completely. It's still okay, and there's nothing bad about it. It's just less common. And in that case, like, I have never heard about a mom like waking up at 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. to start making like a whole warm food kind of lunch for their kids and their husband. It's usually either the night before or just when everybody wakes up, they like make their sandwiches. It takes 5 minutes and up you go. You get kind of that feeling. So I personally feel there are high expectations and there's high pressure on many people here in Japan. So it might be, depending on where you are from, kind of a con. Okay, so that were my 3 new cons and pros, like pros and cons of living here in Japan as a foreigner. Now these are my personal opinions. I'm not saying everybody agrees with me or that everybody disagrees with me necessarily. It's just what I've personally experienced while living in Japan. Now if you have any other pros or cons about your life here in Japan, or if you're interested in any certain aspect, then don't hesitate to leave me a comment down below. I always try to answer each and every one of you. Also give me a thumbs up and don't forget to click the subscribe button because it really supports my channel. I also started channel membership, so if you want to check out the perks of becoming a channel member, you can check this video out up here or click the become a channel member button down below. Now thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and see you soon in a new vlog or main video with Lean, my Japanese boyfriend. Okay, bye bye, see you next time.